Guys, I am back. I'm hoping that you guys can hear me. Welcome back to the channel. This is Feminine Health and Wellness. This is your girl Dominique. It is tea time after dark. Tea time after dark. Okay? Welcome to the channel. I had to start all over, guys. I had to start all over. Gosh, I had everything set up. Can you hear? Okay, good, good. I'm so glad that you can hear me. I had everything set up. I always try to check my volume when I come on, and I check my volume, and it froze me completely. So I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna delete this other one, but I am going to be talking about releasing emotional baggage tonight. Releasing emotional baggage. So if you want to take notes, go ahead, get your pencil, your paper. It is tea time after dark. This is your girl Dominique, and we're going to dive right in. Y'all know how I do it. Tonight, I am drinking tea. I'm already ready for you guys tonight. See, I came on ready and everything. I got my tea already boiled. I got it has already is steeping at this time. Everything is a go, right? Everything is a go. So I'm gonna erase this. I hate this, guys. I had everything all set up. Welcome to the channel, Wellness Warriors. This is your girl Dominique. We're gonna get started in a second. Go ahead and get your tea. Go ahead and get your candles. Get your tea, get your candles, or your candle, I should say. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to thumbs up this live. All right. All right. All right. I'm going to go back and put the description and everything back in this particular live. The first live, I had everything set up. I had everything. Hi. Hi, Rick. How are you tonight? Welcome back to the channel. This is Feminine Health and Wellness. This is your girl Dominique. Tonight, I'm going to be burning a candle. The candle that I'm going to be burning tonight is going to be fresh cut lilac. That is what I'm going to be burning tonight. It smells amazing. Fresh flowers is something that I always love, guys. If you have been watching my channel before, you know that I love fresh flowers. As you can see, I have my fresh flowers behind me. Right here, guys. I have my fresh flowers. I have roses, and I also have lilies behind me. They have not opened up yet, but I'm quite sure when they do open, they will be amazing. Yes, good. So go ahead and get your tea. Go ahead and get your candle. It is tea time after dark. So if you are new on this channel, welcome in. Welcome to Tea Time After Dark. I am Dominique. This is Feminine Health and Wellness. And on this channel, guys, we talk about feminine health. We talk about feminine energy. We talk about herbs. We talk about mental, physical, spiritual health, and the overall being of you to become a better you and to become a better me. So we know we do not only focus on the physical body, but we focus on the whole entire body. So tonight I'm going to be drinking red raspberry tea. If you have been on my channel before, you know that red raspberry tea is going to help with toning the uterus, help with PMS, and much more. So this is what I'm going to be drinking tonight. Go ahead and get your tea and come on with me, and we're going to sip a little tea and we're going to have a little chat, guys. So welcome back, Wellness Warriors. This is another episode of Tea Time After Dark. Tea Time After Dark. So that's what I'm going to be drinking. It's already hot. I've already let it steep, and it is good to go. Okay. Let me know what you're drinking tonight. Let me know where you're from. Let me know what kind of candle you're burning tonight. If you are new on this channel, this is what we do. We take this moment in time. We have a little tea. We talk about a important topic about health and wellness, and we just enjoy ourselves. We laugh a little bit. We cry a little bit, and we learn a little bit. So go ahead, get your sheet of paper if you want to take notes. You can. It doesn't matter if you have a good memory. That's perfect too. But however, but so grab your tea. We're going to sit back and relax and allow yourself to unwind. So this is a time that we unwind. It is tea time after dark. After dark, and tonight we're going to talk about something that many of us carry but rarely discuss: emotional baggage. Emotional baggage is one of the things that we carry unknowingly with us. Um, so even if you felt, um, you know, emotional baggage, what is emotional baggage? Okay. Have you ever felt tired or even, after having a good night rest, have you ever felt tired? You didn't get enough sleep. So have you ever felt anxious or overwhelmed, irritated, or I know a lot of us get irritated about the smallest little things, but I'm just saying overall irritated, just irritated. When you wake up, you're just irritated. Nothing's irritated you, but you are irritated. Emotional strain without really knowing why. Sometimes those feelings are connected to emotional baggage. So we're going to dive into emotional baggage. Guys, I know the last time we was on, I was talking about speaking life into yourself on the last live that I had. Well, not the last live that I had, but the last Tea Time After Dark live that I had. I talked about speaking life into yourself. And now I'm talking about the emotional baggage that we are all carrying, that we have not learned to release. And sometimes you don't even know that you are carrying that baggage, and how it is affecting your health, how it is affecting your mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, whatever you want to call it. It is affecting you in some form of fashion. So we need to learn how to not only speak life into ourselves, but we also need to learn how to release that emotional baggage that we are carrying. And some of the emotional baggage, you probably don't even think that it is emotional baggage. It is weighing you down. If you feel weighed down emotionally, physically, and you're always feeling tired for no reason, you probably carry emotional baggage and you don't even know it. So I'm going to talk about it, what it looks like, how to release it, and how can we improve on, letting things go, basically learning how to let things go, I had to learn how to let things go when it came to forgiving people. I learned how to let that go. I know that is a hard, tough topic for me, and it is probably a hard, tough topic for you as well. Letting things go, forgiving people, forgiving people that have or did you wrong, hurt you, or anything like that. Though that emotional baggage that you carry, I know it's so easy to say, let it go, let it go, forgive that person, stop, let that trauma go. I know it is so hard to say it. So easy to say it, but to actually do it, it is another story, guys. If you are on this channel and you know that we have been wellness warriors, we have been working on ourselves. We're supposed to be working on ourselves at least. So you know for a fact that letting emotional baggage go can be very difficult. It's not, we don't want to hold on to it, but sometimes the trauma and the heartbreak and the grief that we have experienced allows us to hold on to it, when we think that we have let it go. Okay, we think we've let it go. So if you have ever felt tired, even after getting enough sleep. Have you ever felt anxious, overwhelmed, irritated, emotionally drained without really knowing why? Sometimes those feelings are connected to emotional baggage. Yes, yes, emotional baggage. So, what is emotional baggage? I just wanted to kind of, I know you guys are super smart or whatever, but I wanted to come on here and just kind of break it all down. And a lot of us going to say, oh, I'm not struggling with emotional baggage. Oh, I'm not struggling with this. Oh, I got over that. Oh, I'm okay. Oh, I'm not grieving anymore. But I'm going to show you that you probably still is, and you probably have not let it go completely. You can't say, I forgive, but, or I let go of that trauma, but you know, you can't, it can't be a but, it can't be but or what if, or it can't be any other thing other than I let it go. I let it go. I am I am working towards my healing because I've learned that healing is subjective. Do you ever heal fully? I think it is a process. And I think that we are constantly forever healing of something that has happened in our lives. And as long as you are, um, I guess, as long as you are ex- opening up to the idea of whatever it is, facing it, I should say, facing that emotional baggage and dealing with it day by day, one day at a time, one step at a time. Okay. So what is emotional baggage? Emotional baggage is a collective or collection of unresolved emotions. Unresolved emotions, painful experiences, disappointments, griefs, guilt, anger, fear, unresolved issues, unforgiving issues, um, resentment, trauma, that we continue to carry long after the event has happened. You know how you talking to someone and they telling you a story about something that happened in their life and it happened about 20 years ago. That's emotional baggage. Or you talking to somebody and they telling you think that it's something that happened yesterday when this situation happened years ago. Hi, welcome in. Welcome in, Blue. Welcome to the live. Welcome to Feminine Health and Wellness, guys. I am Dominique. This is Feminine Health and Wellness. Wellness Warriors, welcome back to the channel. We're talking about emotional baggage and how it affects your mental and physical body. And I'm giving you guys what it looks like. What is emotional baggage? It is unresolved emotions, painful experiences, disappointment, griefs, guilt, anger, fear, resentment, trauma, that we continue to carry long after the event has happened. Think of it as like carrying a heavy load, a heavy backpack filled with rocks. That's what it feels like. It weighs you down. It weighs you down, and it hurts, right? You're carrying that backpack, and it has tons of bricks, rocks, and everything else in it. And you're carrying that with you every day, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, along with the other stuff that you are uh, picking up along the way, right? So your emotional baggage is stuff that you have not, that you are carrying from way back when, okay? And then you're, as every day, as you're walking down this journey every day, you're also adding to that. You're adding to that backpack. You're adding to that backpack about, um, resenting your husband or resenting your mother or your father, or having resentment for something, I don't know, a mistake that you made, or I don't know, but you're every day you are packing that backpack full of more and more rocks on top of the unresolved issues that you have not resolved from the past, right? So tonight, we're going to learn how to unpack that backpack. We're going to get started on unpacking that backpack. What does it look like to unpack that backpack? Gradually, slowly, consistently, so you could just relax and you could just release. Because if that backpack is weighing you down with rocks and boulders, and you're going to be bent over, you're going to feel exhausted, you're going to feel heavy and weighed down, and it's going to constantly, have you bent over by carrying all of that emotional trauma, emotional fear, whatever it is that you're carrying every day. Um, the guilt, the grief. Yes, grief is very, very hard to get over, but it's something that we have to learn how to get over. And I'm not saying there's a time frame. There is no time frame for healing as long as you are working towards that point of healing, as long as you are accepting that you need to work on something and heal from that. You are working towards that healing journey. Healing is not a be all, end all. I have learned that along the way. Every day you're going to begin to heal every day, more and more and more. Okay. And as life keep lifing, as they say, you're going to have another stumble, a bump in the road where you're going to have to be healing, and you're going to have to be forgiving, and you're going to go through grief again, and you're going to have to get back on that journey of healing over and over and over again. So it is a endless cycle, or a endless journey, I should say. So, you know, but we have to unpack it because it's going to start affecting us mentally and physically. It's going to have dis-ease. You're going to start getting dis-ease in your body, diseases. You're going to start, aging, um, all kind of stuff. Your mental is going to start declining when you're holding all of that emotional baggage, when you're holding that backpack full of boulders and rocks. That is going to cause you to age. It's going to cause you to um, your mental to decline. So all of that goes hand in hand. So think of it as carrying a heavy backpack filled with rocks and boulders. It hurts, right? Every disappointment, every betrayal adds another rock to the bag. Okay, so we got to learn how to let it go. What do we do to let this go? You have to work on yourself. Over time, the backpack becomes heavier and heavier and heavier. You got to let it go. You got to be real with yourself. It is affecting you, no matter how much you say that this emotional baggage is not affecting your health. It is. Your health is declining. You're stressed out. You're not able to live in your femininity. You're not fully 100%, because you're carrying the weight of the past, carrying the weight of the present. You need to just let it go and be. And even for the men, let it go. I understand that your mom wasn't the best mom, and she was a single mom, and she raised you, and you feel like you could have been a better man if you had a father in your life. Let it go. You have to. Yes, it was tragic. Yes, it was guilt, it was grief, it was guilt, it was a disappointment. Yeah, it was a disappointment. It is okay to be disappointed. Sit with it, accept the disappointment, let it go, feel it. Now, I'm not telling you to disregard your feelings. Feel it, sit with it, and let it go, guys, because it will start affecting your mental and physical health. So many people don't realize that um, they are carrying emotional baggage because they have become accustomed to living with it. You know, you've been carrying that backpack on your back so long with those bricks and boulders, it become almost the norm. But it may be the norm, but your health is declining, your mental is declining, your self-confidence is declining, because the more and more you're adding on to that backpack, and it's getting heavier and heavier, and it's going to start weighing you down over, and you're going to start slumping over. and you're going to start looking down because you're losing self-confidence. You're losing yourself, okay? Your self-confidence, your self-esteem. You're losing all of that, guys, and you're going to start doing this, looking down instead of up, you know? So that is what's going to start happening to you. They push through life, continuing to work, taking care of others, and meeting responsibilities, while carrying emotional wounds that have never been healed. Remember, that is something, guys, that's never been healed. And like I said before, the story that you might hear with your cousin, mama, auntie, them saying that, telling a story, and you thinking that this story happened yesterday and it happened 20 years ago. Let it go. Let it go. If you want to live a healthier, a stronger life, let it go. So what? Let it go. Let it go. It is done. It is nothing that you could do about it. Yes, did it hurt? Yes, it hurt. It hurt like heck. Yes, was it a disappointment? Yes. Was it a grievable moment? Yes, it was. But we have to let go of the emotional baggage if we want to continue to stay healthy, if we want to continue to take care of our mental and take care of our physical. We must let it go. Just let it go. And what you're going to say to yourself is that I let it all go. I let it go. It's not important anymore. It's weighing me down. It's taking away my health. It's taking away my mental. Let it all go. The truth is that emotional baggage doesn't just affect us emotionally. Like I said, it affects us mentally, physically, and spiritually. So when you are holding that disappointment from a loved one because they betrayed you or they hurt you in some form or fashion, and you think that you're not carrying that emotional weight, you are. You are. You have to be real with yourself. We have to sit with ourselves, and we have to say, you know what, I forgive that person. I forgive that person for what they've done to me. I forgive that person for what they may do for me. In order for you, the forgiveness is not for the other person. It is for you and for you to heal and move on. Guys, I have what, 16 people in the room. Please thumb up the live. Please subscribe to the channel. I am your girl Dominique. Welcome to Feminine Health and Wellness. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to thumbs up this live. We're talking about holding on to emotional baggage and how it affects us mentally, physically, and spiritually. Okay, we cannot move on and have a healthy relationship with another person because we're holding on to emotional trauma that happened to us in the past. Yes, I know it hurts. Yes, I know it happened. Yes, I know they betrayed you, they hurt you, they did the most ungodly thing to you. I understand that. But guess what? That person has moved on. Hi from Russia. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. 88, welcome in. I am Dominique, Feminine Health and Wellness. Today we're talking about emotional baggage and letting it all go. Let it go. I know they hurt you. I know, they betrayed you in some kind of way, some kind of form of fashion. But guess what? They have moved on. They haven't even thought a second thought about what they did to you, and you're still holding on to something that happened to you 20 years ago. Guys, let it go. Just say, I release it. I let it go. It is not that important where I am losing my mental, I am losing my physical health, and I am losing myself spiritually over. You must let it go. So mental emotional baggage can cause stress, anxiety, worry, negative thinking, mood swings, irritability, um, difficulty concentrating, feeling of being emotionally overwhelmed. It can keep us stuck. It can keep us stuck in the past, replaying painful situations over and over and over and over again in our head. Yes, I am. I am from America, and this is called a barn door. It slides back and forth. Yes. Yes, it's a barn door. It's the latest new fashion type doors. It's a barn door. It's kind of, it's supposed to be a little, something new uh, in the decor world here in America. Yes, welcome in. So emotional baggage. It's going to cause you stress, anxiety, worry, negative thinking. Um, have you ever been around someone all that's the only thing that they talk about is something negative? They're probably holding on to emotional baggage. They always talking negative. Nothing that ever comes out of their mouth is peaceful or positive. They're probably holding emotional baggage. So I try to stay away from people that I not try, but I do stay away from people that speak negativity, that is always a downer, that never has anything good to say, because you know um, birds of a feather flock together, as they say. I do not want anyone to damper my spirit and take me in that direction. And it said that emotional baggage, it affects your spirit too, spiritually. It affects you spiritually. So whatever that person is feeling and thinking around you, it has a tendency to rub off on you, and you start thinking and feeling and having negative thoughts. So I tend not to hang around anybody that is a downer and that is going to affect me emotionally or spiritually. Okay. So physical. How does emotional baggage affect us spiritually? I'm sorry, physically. Emotional baggage can show up in our bodies in surprising ways. And this is what we talk about on my channel, always talking about um, feminine health and wellness, everything wellness. So when you are carrying that emotional baggage, it's going to start affecting your body, you physically. So that emotional baggage can show up in your body in surprising ways. Chronic stress can contribute to headaches, muscle tension, neck and shoulder pain, fatigue, digestive problems, poor sleeping, increased blood pressure, and awakening immune system. It can affect the immune system. Thank you so much. Maybe I will. And what do you speak? Yeah, you're that is beautiful. What language do you speak? And maybe I can add that language to my content. Let me know what language you speak. Okay. Okay. So that's what emotional baggage and what it can do to cause you. And I also know that it can also cause you to have other immune, auditory immune diseases when you are stressed, when you are holding that emotional baggage. It can also cause cancer. It can cause all kind of dis-ease in the body when you are carrying that emotional baggage. That's why I say at some point in time, letting it go is not for the other person, it is for you, because that backpack is getting so heavy. And along with all of the economy issues and different things that we are facing, on top of carrying that backpack, on top of the day in and day out things that we have to deal with, we are an emotional wreck out here. We are an emotional wreck. I am hearing so many issues and things that are happening on the news where people are unaliving themselves and their family and their children. We are an emotional wreck out here. Let it go, guys. It is not worth it. It does affect your mental health is very, very serious and important. But I have seen so many unalive situations over the last couple of weeks where it was a family and a mother, and she was trying to unalive herself and her kids because of the emotional stress and trauma and painful situations that she has gone through and that she is going through in her life. It has affected her mentally. Guys, it is not worth it. Please let it go. All the irritabilities, the pressure of the world, living just day in and out, that is affecting our mental, along with that heavy backpack that you are carrying every day, the heavy backpack that you're carrying every day, on top of all of just the day in and day out, how to survive, right? It is weighing down on us mentally. So I thought maybe I would come and I would talk about it. I'm not going to say any names about what I of the young lady and people that I heard on the news, but we all know that the different events and different things like that where um, people have tried to unalive themselves and their family because of the emotional baggage that they're carrying, along with the emotional economic situation that we have right here in the United States. It is weighing us down, where people are doing the unseen and unthoughtful things that I would have never thought that they would do, because it is very, very stressful, a lot of pressure on people individually, and trying to carry the emotional baggage, the guilt, the fear, the fear of how I'm going to make it, tomorrow, the fear of, not having any food to eat. I can think of a lot of fears that people are facing. And I understand it. Yes, it is real. It is so real out here, but you have to let it go, because and take care of your mental health. Mental health is important. Mental health is serious. If your loved one is screaming, silently screaming for help, get the kids. I need a break. Help me. You know, maybe they're not just begging or being needy. Maybe they really really need your help. And we have a lot of things in our house that we can just go give to other people freely, and it don't affect us at all. So if your loved ones are screaming help with the kids, or screaming my mental this, that, and the other, reach out. You don't have to give them any money. You don't have to, you can give them a little time just to have a mental moment from the kids, from the whatever the situation that they're asking. People are silently reaching out for help, but some of us are just ignoring it you know um Headaches, stress, digestive problems, no sleep, lack of sleep, all of that, increase in your blood pressure, just stress. You're just stressed out, from the past situations that you have been dealing with. You're also stressed out with the economic situations that we're currently dealing with here in America. It is a combination of everything. So when you're carrying that emotional baggage, be careful, guys. Be very, very careful. Watch your loved ones. Watch yourself. If you feel like you are um, stressed, anxiety, worry, and it's getting to you, your mood swings are changing, everything is just, concentration is bad, pay attention to that, guys. Take a moment. I know that we are all in this economic situation together. Take a day off. I'm sorry. Take a day off. Which one is it? Your mental health, you know, or what? Sometimes you just gotta take a moment, take a couple of hours out, take a moment, go to the park, Get a little woo-saw moment in the park where, nobody's there. Sit in nature. Take a couple of deep breaths in and out. Get your thoughts, recharge yourself in nature, get your thoughts together, and take an hour, 30 minutes to get your thoughts together before you go get the kids, before you go home, whatever the situation is. Regather your thoughts and reset yourself, okay? Because mental health is so important. So research has shown that ongoing stress causes the body to release stress hormones like cortisol. I talked about cortisol in some of my last videos. Guys, if you've been watching me for a long time, you know what cortisol is. If you have cortisol or high cortisol, you're going to start getting that extra weight around your waist. That is how you know 100% sure that your cortisol levels are shooting up the roof. When you know your waistline has been, not always a 2, but you went from I don't know, you went from a 30 to a 50 or a 45 in a matter of months. You know that your cortisol levels are high. So when the cortisol levels remain elevated for periods of time, it can negatively affect our energy and our sleep, okay? Mood swings and overall health. So we don't want to get those cortisol levels up. Take a walk around the park, release some of that stress. Not just sitting in the car, but moving around, at the park. If you don't have but 5 or 10 minutes to give yourself, and you got to go pick up your kids, and you got to go get your family, take that 5 or 10 minutes in the park, walk around the park, release some of that stress from your body before you go on with your day. Take care of your mental health. I'm telling you guys, I am hearing so many horror stories on the news about people losing it. They are losing it, and they're losing it fast every day. Take care of yourself out here. So sometimes our bodies are carrying stress that our minds haven't fully processed. You can be stressed within the body, but not feel stress in your mind. Let me say it again. Your body can be stressed, but it has not reached the mind yet. So you might say, I don't feel stressed. I feel okay. But you're starting to have ailments, new ailments, disease, dis-ease in the body. All of that stuff is coming. But in your mind, you're like, I feel fine. I feel okay. But it's showing up in the physical. It is showing up in the physical. It is showing up without constant everyday headache. I know a friend that she is in a stressful situation ship. I call it situation ship because she's not married. Situationship with this man. And she knows that the headaches that she's having and the stress is being caused by this situationship. She left it and came right back to it. Her mental health is at stake, guys, but you can't tell her that this is what she wants to do. But however, all you can do is, what's the saying? You can lead the horse to the water, but you can't make them drink it. All you can do is pass on the information, guys. So you may have experienced a tense headache after a stressful day. That's how you know you're stressed out. You may have noticed tight shoulders, upset stomach, difficulty sleeping, feeling exhausted after dealing with emotional situations. Um, if you're in an emotional situation, if you go home and when you walk in that door, you feel emotionally drained just for walking in that door, being in the presence of the people that you live with, or whatever the situation is, and you automatically feel emotionally drained, it's probably emotional baggage of some sort in that situation. Our emotions and our physical health are deeply connected. So you can't have one without the other, and spiritual as well. Okay, but the good news is that healing is possible. We can heal. We can let go of this emotional baggage. What does it look like when you begin releasing emotional baggage? This is what it looked like. You may begin to get better sleep. You may find yourself smiling more often. You may feel more patient with yourself and others. When you know that you are beginning to release that emotional, you gotta face whatever the issue is, the trauma, the fear, the resentment, the unresolved issues. Face them, deal with them, release them. All you have to do is say, I release whatever. Say that until you believe it. Say it until it is so. I release whatever, fill in the blank. I release whatever, fill in the blank. I forgive. I am no longer afraid. I am strong. Fill in those blanks, so to speak. You may notice that you feel lighter. You don't feel weighed down. You don't feel like you have that backpack on that's weighing you all the way down. You may stop replaying old conversations and painful memories. Now, that's one thing that I can say. If you have really, really released that emotional baggage, you're no longer going to talk about things that happened in the past. You're no longer going to keep revisiting those painful situations. And when you talk about those situations, you're no longer going to cry about them. You can talk about them and not even have any feelings behind them. That is how you know that you have released or you are releasing that emotional baggage. But if you are still crying about that situation that caused you pain, that caused you grief, that means that you're still holding on to it. So remember, if you're no longer holding on to it, you're no longer feeling the pain behind it. You can talk about that death of the loved one and not cry anymore. You can talk about that betrayal situation and not cry anymore. That is how you know that you are on that healing journey of releasing that emotional baggage. Okay. So you may have more energy. You may feel a sense of peace that you haven't felt in years. Okay. So now imagining opening that backpack and removing all the burdens at a time. Okay. Imagine yourself standing beside a peaceful stream in your hands in your backpack filled with every worry, disappointment, and hurt that you've carried. Notice how heavy it feels. And then think about this. Now imagining opening it up and unpacking that backpack one step at a time, one healing moment at a time. And perhaps you're unpacking anger, you're unpacking guilt, you're unpacking disappointment, you're unpacking a situation you can't change. Okay, that's a good one. Let it go. You can't change it. Let it go. Do not let it affect you. Do you have any control over that situation? It's okay. You don't have any control over it. Let it go. Stop worrying about it when you know you don't have any control over it. As you remove each burden, replace it gently into the stream and watch the water carry it away. Let me say it again. As you're going to physically take, you're going to spiritually unpack that backpack, and you're going to put it in the stream. Okay, you're going to pretend like it's a stream, and you're going to spiritually unpack that backpack, the anger, the guilt, the disappointment, the situation that you cannot change. As you remove each burden, place it gently in a stream. Watch the water carry away. Do that spiritually. Close your eyes. Pretend like you are unpacking that backpack of guilt, of anger, of fear. And you're going to put it in that stream and you're going to let it wash away. Okay? You don't have to chase it. You don't have to hold on to it. Simply let it go. Let it go. That is how you're going to do. You're going to take a deep breath. Notice how lighter you feel. You're going to do this over and over every day for at least 7 days, guys. You're going to spiritually unpack that backpack. If you are having fear, if you are having guilt, if you're having self doubt, you're going to unpack that backpack, and you're going to pretend like you put it in a stream, and you're going to watch it just wash down the stream, wash down the river, so to speak. And then take a deep breath after you do it. Notice how lighter and lighter. Every time you do it, you're going to feel lighter and lighter. You're going to notice the peace that begins to enter the space where the burden once lived. And now repeat these affirmations with me. You're going to say, I release what no longer serves me. I deserve peace. I deserve rest. I choose healing over hurt. I choose peace over worry. Okay, so those are some of the affirmations that you're going to say. My mind is calm. My body is healing. My spirit is at peace. Wellness warriors, remember, healing is a journey. Healing is a journey, not a destination. Remember, it is not a destination. You don't have to release everything in one night. Every small step towards healing matters. Be patient with yourself. Be graceful with yourself. Okay? Give yourself grace. Give yourself compassion. Give yourself patience. Okay? That's what we're going to do. So just like I said, you're not going to unpack this emotional backpack at one time. You're going to do it until you feel 100% better and 100% lighter. The more you do it, the lighter you become. Okay? So thank you so much for joining me for Tea Time After Dark. This is your girl, Dominique. I, guys, I can talk forever. It is almost an hour. I've been on here a long time. I just want to thank you guys for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to thumbs up the live. Emotional baggage. Let it go. Let it go. I have given you guys the key to what it looks like, what it feels like in the body, and how to release it. And until next time, may your heart be light. May your mind be at peace. May your spirit be restored. Bye for now, Wellness Warriors.